I have so much to say about Polygraph, but I'll break it down into parts and pieces. Um, when you come for a polygraph, first of all, get a good night's rest. Um, take your medication like you normally do if you take medication. Um, don't do anything different. You're going to be anxious, but that's normal. Um, be ready to talk about anything that you need to talk about or that you want to talk about. Two things you got to do to pass a polygraph: tell the truth and follow the examiner's instructions. They're equally as important. Doesn't matter who you go to, those are the two fundamental principles of that you start with to try and pass a polygraph. Takes time. Takes time to administer a polygraph correctly. So it can take too long, and then you start getting tired and fatigued. But plan on a few hours. Could take less than two. Could take more than that. If it takes more than that, it's because the time talking about things before the polygraph are consuming the clock, which is fine. The more you talk about it, the better your chances are of passing. So, I conduct polygraphs for the majority of my clients are convicted sex offenders, either on state probation or parole or on federal probation. The other polygraphs that I administer are for attorneys. Sometimes counselors send their clients to me for exams. Sometimes people just get a hold of me because they need a polygraph for some personal reason, whatever it might be. I had somebody contact me the other day. Their kids were lying to them. Uh, they wanted their kids tested. Teenage kids. I haven't heard back from them. I think maybe they figured it out. Figured out a way to deal with it instead of spending the money here. I do fidelity tests. When I do fidelity tests, I let people know that oftentimes people discover new things when they come and they sit down and they have a chance to talk with me. If you're not in counseling, I recommend that. I recommend working with a counselor. If you are not working with a counselor, there's a less likely possibility that I will take your case. But if you're working with a counselor, that means that you're serious about it. So if you have a custody issue, not doing it. I'm not getting involved in the middle of your custody issues. That never goes well. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If you're trying to address a custody issue, the answer is no. Most other things that I will address, but when you come for any type of personal exam, bring as many questions as you want. I'll address all of them. I'll boil your issues down to a few questions and formulate test questions that address all your concerns. When we're done, I give you a report. So one thing I have learned that if you there are a lot of polygraph examiners. If they're doing a fidelity type relationship type exam, they absolutely won't allow the other party to come to the office and take part. I'm not a stickler like that, because although I'm not a counselor, I don't have any counseling certifications, or I'm not part of an association. Um, because of that, I will take time and uh, talk to both people in a committed, sincere, serious relationship. Uh, Whatever your issues might be, that's fine. We'll work through them, and we'll address the concerns that you have. Um, but what I've discovered, if you are not in counseling, you haven't. Most of the time, people who I've tested, who I've talked with, not necessarily got to the point of testing, but talked with prior to testing. If you haven't pursued any in-depth, honest-to-goodness counseling, your time with me is going to be difficult. I'm going to expect you to act like an adult. And if you are ingrained in bad habits of communication, I'm going to call you out, and you're not going to be happy with me. But I've had couples who aren't in counseling. I've accepted their case, and they've come to me for polygraph. So I spend time talking with them before the test, and this isn't just one couple. This has happened on more than one occasion where their communication, their habits are horrible, and their problem solving, their conflict resolution skills devolve into worse than grade schoolers, and that's not a good idea. If you want a polygraph, yeah, come for a polygraph. If you think that's going to happen, then don't bring your other half. But if you are involved in some type of counseling, and you are making an honest-to-goodness effort to try and heal and reconcile your relationship, then come talk to me. I'll conduct a test. I have some people come to me on a routine basis, whether it's every 6 months or every year, because the situation that they were in, it's part of their trust building process. And as they're growing in their committed relationship, that a maintenance or a routine polygraph can be helpful. I've had people come to me who are married who are not committed. And I've had boyfriend, girlfriend come to me and they're not committed. I had one couple come to me, and while I was talking to him, he said it wasn't an admission, it was just a matter of fact. She knew it. He already had another girl living in his bed. Once I learned that, then I told him, this isn't for you. You don't need a polygraph. You need something else. And he only wanted a polygraph to prove that she was wrong and that she was a liar, and he was going to tell the whole world. So that wasn't something that I advocate. I don't advocate using polygraph for a weapon. I advocate using polygraph to heal, to reconcile, to build on a relationship that's committed. And so those are questions that I'll ask. if you're watching this now and you found me and you're doing some research and you want to know what you can do to prepare or what to expect from a polygraph, I'll ask you um, what type of relationship you're in, and I'll let you know right up front that I'm not going to use the polygraph. I'm not going to participate in using a polygraph as a weapon. So, um, if that's your plan, yeah, you don't need to call me. Um, Save your time. I wish you the best, but I'm not going to participate in that. So I want to help people. Um, so that's a little bit about what I do, how I go about doing it. Gives you a little bit of information about screening yourself before you make a call. Alrighty, take care. God bless.